What's up, everybody? This is Kieran Reese, otherwise known as the Obsessed Compulsive Gamer, the O.C.G, and hopefully I'm live with Ghost of Yotei. I played this game at launch, and I really did like it and enjoy it. I got the platinum, but I didn't like it as much as the first game, but I didn't really give it as much of a fair shake as I should have, honestly. I had preconceived notions in my head, and some of the flaws that I have with this game, they've actually patched and made a lot better, like the fall damage, which I'll explain. But the DLC, which I'm going to be getting, is coming out on October 1st. So with it having been ages since I played the game, I wanted to go back through it and give it another shake by playing through the game start to finish. And that way it's reasonably in my head, but there's still weeks between the base game and the DLC if I start now. Because if it's anything like the Ghost of Yotei DLC, or I'm sorry, Ghost of Tsushima DLC, which I believe it will be, it's going to be hard as fuck. And the Ghost of Tsushima DLC was much harder than the base game, and Ghost of Yotei was already much harder than Ghost of Tsushima. The normal difficulty for Ghost of Yotei is like the hard difficulty for Ghost of Tsushima. I guess people bitch it was too easy. I'll hide it on the menu, you can see it instantly changing. That's so cool.
What are we going to do with this one, Saito?
Make an example.
What never give me doing?
I'm sorry. It came to this, little wolf.
Before she died, my mother told me stories of Onryo, ruthless spirits who wander the land, seeking vengeance. The night my family was massacred, I became such a spirit. Fleeing to the south, I was alone, hungry, and terrified. I found strength in the bruises on my skin, in the memory of a burning tree. But it was in war that I learned to kill. I bloodied my father's blade with nameless enemies, picturing the outlaws who murdered my family. After 16 years, I've come home to the wilds of Izzo. I will avenge my family.
Yeah, Ezo,
And I will
or
join them
Hokkaido
in
now,
death.
is the northernmost province of
Every
Japan.
member of the Yotei 6 will suffer.
And at this point in time, it's very isolated.
Starting with this snake.
Japanese characters, or, oh, fuck. What do they call them? Kenji? Are so...
The snake.
So... simple but complicated. One symbol can mean 1,000 things. It's really impressive.
The Oni. The Kitsune.
This game makes really good use of the touchpad, which a lot of games don't. Give me 2 minutes, dude.
The spider. The dragon. Lord, sight. You're still with me?
That wolf is fucking awesome, too. Nope. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Disable fall damage. That's one of the biggest problems in the game, which I'll go into in a bit. On-screen detection meter. In Ghost of Tsushima, the fall damage was really ridiculous. It was like you'd fall 2 inches and you'd fucking die. And it could be a pain in the ass. It was really fucking annoying. Especially because there's a lot of mountainous areas. And in this game, they tried to mitigate it somewhat by having like more accessible ways of getting down. It's being able to slide down terrain. But it was still wound up being a bitch, and I would say the fall damage was more of a bitch in this game because this game is more mountainous. Hokkaido, the region this game is in, is very mountainous. So they just said, fucking allow you to turn off. And honestly, it makes it so if the fall doesn't kill you, it doesn't do damage. And like I said, it's better than constantly trying to get around, falling 2 feet, and then losing half your fucking health in a game that's already tough. Oh shit, that's right. First, I'm gonna make a save here. And then. Hold on.
Get inside now.
I think a lot of people unfairly judge this game because it wasn't what they wanted it to be, and I'm even guilty of that. I still like this game, but I was so expecting there to be more with Jen and the character of the first game, and then I was expecting this game to be many times bigger than the first game because I thought, oh, they're going to invest, they're going to make this so much bigger. But this game's about the same size as the first game, and part of that is because some people complain that the first game can get too repetitive. So they fixed that by, making the map the same but more varied. So instead of making it bigger. And this still has one of the best photo modes ever. But they spent about the same budget and about the same amount of manpower in this game as the first game. And that's what I'm saying, where I expected to be many times bigger, but they never said it would be. They said it was going to be about the same size as the first game. But I thought, well, it'll just be way denser. And no, it's about the same size as the first game. So I went into preconceived notions in that regard, and I shouldn't have done that. And I judged it. So while I like the game, and I admit that I think it's better than a lot of people gave it credit for, I still kind of held on to some notions I shouldn't have. Which is why I'm replaying it now. Because I did like the game, but I was still kind of like so stuck on... I think I was so stuck on what I wanted this to be that I wasn't enjoying it for what it was.
Stranger, please don't get involved.
Right now I'm trying to test stick drift. I press down sometimes because that's what stick drift is. I have a very minor, slight southern stick drift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, yeah, we're good. It didn't hold on after I did that, so we're good. And also, the DLC for this is coming, and it's going to focus on the snake. When you originally kill, the snake is the one you kill very early on in the game, like in this introduction. So people thought he didn't get enough screen time. So, like, the DLC is going to deal with the aftermath of that, his army, which I think is cool. Because, like I said, you didn't really get to see much of them. And also going to show a pivotal moment in her past. She dealt with this incredibly bloody, notorious battle called Sekigahara. And I'm not fully researched on it, but I've heard it was an incredibly legendary battle that was super bloody. And she did that, and half the DLC is going to be flashbacks to that. So we're alternating between the main game and the past, because that's one of the things this game did the best. Was they had a lot of really cool moments you could seamlessly go between the past and the present, but it wasn't fully utilized. So the DLC made full use of that, and that's good. They're taking areas of the base game that were great, and they're fleshing them out with the sequel. Or not the sequel, I'm sorry, the DLC. But that's what you should do with the DLC, so. And they can rectify one of my biggest complaints with the base game.
Easy.
Which I'll get into in a bit.
Easy, boy. It's all right. They're sorry. Aren't you?
Bring her to the boss. He likes it rough around the edges. You're going to regret that. Don't you know who
Yeah, the combat in this game can be brutal. And I love the picking up weapons. It seems like such a minor thing, but they really got a lot of mileage out of it.
He should be drunk by now.
And well, also, because, in the first game you spent a deal of it propagating the legend of Jin, and I guess I figured if they had done that again, where you spent a large time getting your foot in the door, that would have been boring. So they kind of give you you killing the snake right away, so she has a legend just kind of spread right out of the gate to get to that. Because, you don't even become the titular ghost of Tsushima in Ghost of Tsushima until, towards the end of the first act, which is 10, 12 hours into the game. And of course that's because it's all about the build-up, seeing him journey from a samurai. But they're like, well, if we do that again, people are probably going to be like, oh, it's taking too long to get back to it. So they kind of start this off, giving her a reason to be noteworthy, and her killing the snake is that. So that's another reason why they do that, and to begin the game with.
Well, are you going to give me a light?
And also, he's super drunk off his ass. And that makes him the weakest. They all acknowledge he's the weakest. And I will say he does put up a decent fight for a guy that's tossed.
I'll put you in the ground. Crazy bitch.
Who are you? You live, little wolf. I thought we killed your whole family. But here you are. The swordsmith's daughter.
My name is Atsu.
Didn't want to fight me when I am so good.
Oh, no, you want all potential advantages you can possibly get when you fight an enemy. And that's just...
Did you dream?
You don't scare me!
You also use the SSD to do single shit like that, switching the scene.
You waited too long.
And then you give it to that dude. Yeah, that wolf is a fucking G.
You should have stayed.
Oh, I forgot about that. It's one of the things they added. When he wanted to penetrate, when he said he wanted to penetrate you and lie on top of you, I don't think that's what he meant. It's like sex do be like that sometimes. I'm spent. Oh, fucking dies. And they had to give her a reason why she had to name the ghost. And Jin was because they thought the Mongol threw him off the bridge and he died. So here it's because she was seemingly dead and then came back to life.
She died.
She becomes unreal. And this game has, without a doubt, the best horseback riding in any game ever. For real. I have to give it to this game. In the first game, the horseback riding was good. But people complained, like me, that it wasn't fast enough, that they would have liked it to be a little bit faster, and that, the terrain in the first game was mountainous and your horse really sucked, so you frequently had to get off your horse. So they made the horseback riding a lot faster in this game and made it so your horse can jump like a motherfucker. And not only that, but in a stroke of genius, when you jump over things or you go into lake, like shallow beds of water, your horse speeds up significantly. And that is it seems like such a tiny thing, but that is a stroke of fucking genius. Because it means that the things that normally are a pain in the ass and slow you down on a horse are fucking you hitting the gas. So many games there's a stick, and in most games either your horse can't jump or it jumps awkwardly as hell. This game's oh no, I'm gonna jump over that and get a fucking speed boost. And then later on, you can get an upgrade that makes your horse go even faster. And like I said, without a doubt, this has the best horseback riding in any game I've ever played. Because the things that normally slow down your horse speed you up in this game. And they turn the things that would normally be a pain in your ass into things you seek out. Because once you realize, oh man, I get a speed boost when I jump over twigs and branches and shit, you start looking for them. And suddenly it goes from being something that's irritating, like in most games, to yeah, let me jump over that bitch. And then, but it doesn't feel unrealistic. Hey, Chris, it doesn't feel unrealistic. Like some game, they can make the horseback feel just totally, non-realistic at all. It's fast, it's fluid, but it still feels like horseback riding. The horseback riding in this game is fucking amazing. And they immediately highlight that with you jumping over a hill with the horse and fuck.
A ghost.
Plus, there's a bunch of this game that has flat terrain, but there's also more wide open plains. There wasn't really any wide open spaces in the first game's map. So not only is there better horseback riding, but they give you there's a bunch of places on the map that are really just designed for you to go buck wild with the horse and even run with wild packs of horses, which is really cool. Like I said, I think a lot of people unfairly hated on this game because they expected it to be, Ghost of Yotei. People expected this game to be Ghost of Tsushima 2. And it is, but it isn't. Tonally, it's very, very different. And I think a lot of people judged it wrong. I think, for one, people judged this game on what they wanted it to be rather than what it is. And even I'm slightly guilty with that. I really, really wanted to play more Jin, just because I really love Jin Sakai. But people were so stuck on the fact that we weren't getting more Jin that they just kind of ignored the game that there actually is, which is great. And also, I think people saw this game. This game came at a time when they were doing a lot of girl bosses in movies and shit. And a lot of people were just shit SJW. So when this game first was shown off and first was coming out, people assumed this game was going to be very SJW-ish and preachy. And I'm a girl boss. This game is not that at all. I wouldn't like it if it was. But it unfortunately came at a time when there was a lot of that going on. So people kind of, oh, really, more girl boss? And I'm not talking about, let me clarify, because there's always going to be that person who is like, oh, you just hate women in games. No, I hate women that are done poorly in games. Okay, there's a big difference between having a good female protagonist and having a girl boss, which is a self-righteous, pretentious chick that has to constantly say, I'm better than you men. There's a very big difference. Lara Croft, awesome. Captain Marvel, shit. And if you look at my taste in games, I'm a huge fan of games with female protagonists. Like I said, I own pretty much every Tomb Raider. I played pretty much every Tomb Raider, which actually, I'm going to circle back to Tomb Raider here in a minute, because they just released an update for the Tomb Raider Remastered. I'm a huge fan of Metroid Prime, and well, Metroid, let's just say Metroid. Samus Lake character. So I'm a big fan of games with female protagonists that do it right. You know, Horizon Zero Dawn, Forbidden West. But this came at a time when there was a lot of really, really fucking annoying stuff. And it didn't make matters where it... excuse me. It didn't help that the actress for the character is also very SJWE. But in that case, I'll say you separate the art from the artist. I don't care what her fucking political beliefs are as long as she doesn't shoehorn them into the game. And that is not the case. And I've said that repeatedly. I don't have to 100% agree with the actor's political fucking beliefs to like them in a movie or role. And I think people not being able to separate the art from the artist is kind of where we've gotten fucked up as a society, where it's like, I have to condone every single thing that person has ever done to like their music or like their movie or like their whatever. No, dude, there are even people that I would say are like shitty people. That they're like, okay, they're a good actor. Doesn't mean I endorse their fucking personality. Not to mention the fact that you're condemning a fucking movie or whatever all based on one person. But the game is not like that at all. And so I think people kind of wrote this off as SJW slop, girl boss slop, and then people were so upset about it not being more Jen that they just kind of wrote it off. And I understand why they did what they did, why they decided to leave Jen behind. They said they might come back to Jen someday, because there was 2 Mongol invasions in Tsushima, by the way, literally 2, so they could literally do that. And there's actually a mission in this game where you actually get a weapon from Jen. He's like a mythological tale in this game, which is really fucking cool. Because, you know, in the first game, there was all these, like, legendary tales that you could do side quests of. He's one of them in this game, because this is about 300 years after the first game. The first game was 1271. This is 1603, 1604. So it's about 300 years of change after the first game. So Jin is a legend. And it was really cool to actually see him talk about him. But even you find notes from Jin, and he talks about fighting in the second Mongol invasion. So the door is open where they could go back to Jin and conceivably do more tales from him. But I think they wanted to do other periods of Japanese history. And so that's why they didn't just do another game of Jin. And I can kind of see that because with Ghost of Tsushima, they did the classic Sengoku era of Japan, which, if you're not familiar with Japanese history, is when you think of Japanese history, that's what you're thinking of. The classic samurai, togas, all that period. Like 90% of Japanese historical movies are in the Sengoku period. So even if you're not familiar with the term, if you've seen a historical movie with samurais, most of the time it was there. And so with their first samurai game, they wanted to give you that classic samurai period. But Japanese history is very, very rich, and they didn't want to be stuck in that time period because it's kind of overplayed. So they wanted to just show other periods, like the 1600s is a period that hadn't been done to death in samurai media. And I would also there's many other periods in history that I would like to see them do. Obviously, they're kind of limited because they still want to have samurai-adjacent shit in it. So, but for instance, I would love to see them do a game set in Bakumatsu. There was a period in the 1800s where the Western world and industry was being done in Japan, and you started seeing trains and steam and all that stuff like you would see in the Western world come into Japan, and that caused almost like a Japanese civil war because they were the old people, the old guard. Not all of them were old. but figuratively speaking, the old guard that wanted to keep Japan the way it was, and then there were the new people who were like, yeah, we have all these new technologies, we're opening up trade, we shouldn't just be isolated to just Japan, because for most of Japan's history, they didn't have any contact with the outside world and strictly stayed away from the outside world. And so during the period of Bakumatsu, they opened up their gates and they're like, man, we have all this shit from all around the world. So you had a very big clash of ideals. And you had traditional Japan, and then you had fucking trains and locomotives and Western buildings, because there was like American embassies. And I think they would do an awesome fucking game set in Bakumatsu. And you could literally have, samurai swords with fucking pistols. And it was the last time period where they really openly used the samurai sword. So it'd be an interesting time period to do, to show the coming of that, almost kind of like a Red Dead Redemption-like tale, where it's like the reckoning of the samurai against the coming industry. Because like Red Dead Redemption 1 or 2 is basically about the end of the Wild West, because the technological advancements are kind of making the Wild West not wild anymore. So it'd almost be like a Japanese Red Dead Redemption. And we had a couple of games that did it, like a Dragon Ishin and Rise of the Ronin. It's a pretty decent game made by Team Ninja. It suffered from some issues, but it was a decent game. But I would love to see their take on it and to see that coming industry. But there's a lot of periods of Japanese history that are not very well covered. And so I can understand why they wanted to branch out and not just do that one point in history. So, I understand, I understand where I like Jin, and a lot of people like Jin, and people wanted more games with Jin, but I also understand why they decided not to do that. And I think if you play this game, if you give it a chance, that it is a worthy sequel. It's just different instead of being more of the same. It has the core, principles, just different time period, and instead of being like a story about invaders, this was more of a story about revenge. And I know some people are like, oh, that's cliched, but, so is a story about invaders. It's tales all the time. Oh my god, we have to repel the invaders. None of them were exactly breaking new ground. There's a reason why revenge and invaders and all that are recurring plot lines in media, because they're really good fucking motivators. Revenge is one of the most, common fucking motivators in the human race. As long as the world has existed, there are always people that were wronged and were fucking pissed off about it. So, I don't mind a revenge tale as long as it's done well. And this game did it well. There are always people... Sorry, hold on. Some people were like, oh my god, it's another revenge tale. But it's like, dude, I'm okay with that. And I know some people try to point to The Last of Us 2. They're like, oh, they already did a revenge tale. If you can't see the difference from the fucking Last of Us to this, I don't know what to tell you, dude. And I think there was a large amount of people that just literally, oh, this is not Jin, then it's not worth my time. And I think they wrote off what is a really good game. Not perfect, but a really good game and a worthy sequel, in my opinion. They listened to pretty much all of the feedback from the first game and significantly implemented that in this. And I also have to, respect the fuck out of them for not just playing it safe. They could have literally have just done... more of the first game. It was a much, much, much more risky gambit to do a new character in a new time period in a totally different part of Japan. See, the horseback riding in this game is fucking awesome, and it immediately showcased the jumping. Woo! So cool. See the fucking speed that you get, man, when you jump over shit? In most games, your horses either can't jump, or their jumping is awkward as fuck. In this game, your horse jumps so fucking well. Like I said, they get a speed boost.
I've been gone so long. Any ideas, boy? Where do we find the rest of the Yotei 6?
Like, people complained that there wasn't enough variety in the first game in terms of enemies. Like, it could get repetitive. And I do love the first game, but it could get repetitive occasionally. I don't think it was so bad, because each of the bases was handcrafted. But you were basically fighting the same amount of enemies from beginning to end. So, like, for example, in this game, the map is broken down into 6 regions, and each region has completely different types of enemies. So, like, in the first game, you fought Mongols, and they may have, like, increased their weapons, added some new stuff, but they mostly were the same types of enemies from beginning to end, so it could get repetitive. In this game, each one of the Yotei 6 has completely different tactics. One of them uses explosive devices, so they use, like, gunpowder. Another one of them uses stealth, so they ambush you. So each region has a totally different feel. So, like, people complain, hey, there wasn't enough variety. So they dramatically kicked up the variety. And that's what I'm saying. People complained that there was too much of the open world could feel checklisty. And I mean, I liked it, but it could feel checklisty. So they did a much more better job of breaking it up and making it feel more dynamic in the sequel.
I grew up under that tree. Feels like a lifetime since I left. Mount Yotei.
And like I said, people complained that it could get repetitive. So by taking the map and splitting it into 6 segments, it's about the same size as the first game, but it has 6 times as many different environment biomes. It helps keep it from getting repetitive, so they listened.
Last I heard, that old dual katana master is still hiding out there.
And that's called, fuck me. That mountain is called, oh, give me a second. Little Fuji. It looks very similar to Mount Fuji, but it's smaller. And it's a real mountain range in northern Japan.
The old inn. Someone there may know where I can find Saito's dogs.
Or like they gave you a lot more freedom. In the original game, you had to do a lot of the plot in a fixed order. And they open up multiple acts of the story at once in this game.
I have to go home. Back where all this started.
Or like, for example, in the original game, you would have different stances, but the stances only changed one line of attacks. All your R1 attacks were the same. Only your R2 attacks were the same. So it felt like they were getting all they could out of the stances. So they took the same idea, and now you have entirely different weapons. You have katana, like in the first game, and now you have dual katana, spear, Hisurigama, and then Odachi, which is a great katana. So they, once again, people are like, oh, they didn't make the most of the stances. So they're like, no, we're just giving you entirely different weapons. And in the upcoming DLC for this, they already showed 2 new weapons, an axe and a hammer. So I'll be interested to fuck with those. DLC comes out October 1st. So that's why I'm replaying this game to get prepared for the DLC, because I haven't played this game since launch. And if you play Ghost of Tsushima's DLC, it was significantly harder than the base game. This game is already much harder than Ghost of Tsushima. I would say normal for this game is like hard for Ghost of Tsushima. So just the normal difficulty for this game is much harder. And then the DLC will be even harder. So jumping in after not playing a year into a DLC, it's going to be pretty hard. I thought it was a bad idea, so I'm replaying the base game. Plus, while I like the game, I'm still holding on to the first game, and I didn't give it as much of a fair shake as I probably should have. But hold on, I gotta do my OCD thing real quick. I'm having an OCD issue. Oh, God in heaven. If I don't look at the camera, it's not like a faith in you, it's just anxiety, and everything I'm about to say is worth to start the prayer. God never know what you mean, God never only God never not going to sing for anyone else, just God never in Jesus. Please listen to my words, intentions, not my thoughts, before her, please. One, please forgive me for doing sins, deal with strength, please, and do this and deal with me. Safe drink, and even words are considered dead man, same respect. Two, please do a short FX tour start now. It's currently 6 p.m., so I should get until 6 a.m. 3, please doing okay. 4, please doing me okay. Okay, sorry about that. I'm having an anxiety issue. I had to do my shit. I'm gonna open some caffeine. Yeah, listen to that pop. Shit's fucking useless. Cannabis, give me this, dude. 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 I don't really have a choice. When I get hit with OCD, I can be fine one second and not the next. And you can now slide and your horse can slide. Which is one of the ways they made it easier to get down. Get down, get down! See, it normally would slow you down. And this is one of the things I really like, is how they switch from the past to the present. And it not just being a linear flashback, you control it. I think it's fucking sick. I'm gonna make a save right here. Okay, just making sure. Home. And then they had these beautiful vocal numbers they made just for this game. See, you see flashbacks to before her life was fucked up, and they let you control it as you're walking about her home. You can literally just hold the touchpad and instantly switch from the past to the present. I mean, flashbacks are nothing new in a game, but actually being able to control a flashback at will is pretty fucking cool. And they're expanding upon that in the DLC.
Out of the way!
Jubei! Get back here!
In the DLC, the whole region is going to be split between the past and the present, not just the one house.
Stop running, coward! Father, stop him!
You don't need my help.
I've got you now!
Not yet!
Atsu, practice! Be there soon!
Give up?
Never! Got you!
Let's finish this in the training ring.
Maybe later. You heard Mother. I'm late.
You had a really cool flute in the first game, but you have an awesome shamisen, almost like a Japanese sitar in this game that I really appreciate.
Ready to practice your shamisen?
I guess.
Run your fingers across the strings. When you find the note, hold it. Yes. See? Beautiful. Loosen your grip on the towel.
Like that?
music flow through you. Feel the difference?
There's some really awesome fucking songs in this game with the shamisen.
Let's play together. That was a gift from your grandmother. When I play, I feel like she is listening, on the wind, guiding me.
But how can she hear you if she's gone?
Hold on, I gotta let my cat in. Meow Osama bin Laden. She runs Meow Qaeda. If she's not careful, I'll throw her in Meow Tanamo Bay. Oh, let's go. Alright, Eka, if you want a beer, I got space for you. I just got space for my favorite cat.
Music is not bound to this world. It can speak to those who are no longer with us.
Yeah, come on up here.
I will always be listening. Either here or on the
You're so
wind.
pretty. I'm my favorite kitty in the world. Look at them beans.
Are you still listening, Mother?
See, you can instantly switch. Which is honestly just fucking sick. Yes, I mean.
Father's bamboo stand. Maybe I can fix it.
One day I'll make perfect cuts like Father.
See, but this is only on the homestead, so this is really cool. I met her during my first night in Izo, but we seem to keep running into each other. Maybe she just wants the fish. I share with her. Then again, Father said the wolves of Izo protect their own. Yeah, see, you increase the technique with the fish, with the wolf throughout the game, and you eventually get to name her. But in the original game, this is a cool mechanic, but it's only here. And it looks like the whole DLC will be split between the past and the present. So they're taking one of the best ideas from the base game, and they're blowing it the fuck up, which is what a DLC should do. Expand on the base game.
He used this to test his new blades.
And you use these to gain more resolve. Shit. I'm a little bit rusty. Shit, almost. Okay. XXL1, XXL1X, okay. XXL1, XXL1X, okay. Got it that time. Fuck you. See, and you get a, well, it's called Spirit, but it's basically Resolve, like in this game. You use it for special attacks and to heal yourself. It was called Resolve, but it's the same ability in practice. So I'm excited to see them take this and flesh this out across the whole map in the DLC. And she was one of the things that built up Atsu's legend was this incredibly infamous battle in Japanese history called Sekigahara, and that's what the DLC is called, Echoes of Sekigahara. And I know it's a legendary battle and known for being really bloody, and a lot of people died, so that's kind of what made her name, surviving that battle. So, you heard about it, but you didn't really see it. So, like, half the DLC is going to be set in the mainland in a new region, and then the other half... The other half is going to be in the past. So I'm excited to see. Yeah, see, I thought it's a little tiny bit of stick drift. I need to get a new controller. I'm working on it. They're expensive these days.
Was that your playing I heard just now?
And not only that, but I'm going to have to get it delivered. There's no stores I can go to nearby, so a controller's already expensive, but I'm basically going to have to... Last controller I had, I got it DoorDashed. And with the delivery fee and tax, I want to beat over $100. So I'm saving up the money to get a new controller, but it takes time. Thankfully, the stick drift is just slight, so barely noticeable, honestly. But, well, I knock on wood. You saw how I slightly turned it behind me. That was it. It's like a very slight southern drift. It only pops up occasionally, but it's still enough to bother me. But thus far, it's not that bad, which once again, I'm knock on wood.
Music doesn't come easy for me like it does Mother.
Would hitting something make you feel better?
Maybe.
Strike quickly while the metal is hot. That's it. Now, inspect your work.
It's bent.
Don't just hit one side. Share your frustration equally.
Yeah. Once you get done pounding one side, you can just flip it and pound the other side.
Oh, it won't do as it's told.
Have you ever burned yourself?
Oh, yes. Not a lesson you forget. The blisters. Oof.
You gotta pound it equally from both sides, like a gentleman.
Very good. Let's take a look. Would you like to see what I've been working on?
Yes.
Are you sure they're old enough?
Yes.
Every blade I've ever forged has been leading to this.
A masterpiece to protect our family.
And their clan, their family symbol is the wolf.
Tsuba.
Is inspired by our twin wolves.
Can I hold it?
Of course. Once you know how to use it. Come. This way, my little wolves. It's time to train.
You won't win this time, Atsu. I've been practicing.
That's what you always say.
I think the children would enjoy some music.
The children or you?
Today we return to the basics.
Why?
Because a blade without a strong core will shatter.
I am ready to learn.
Seriously?
Form up. We'll begin with blocking.
We know how to block.
That remains to be seen. Jube, hit your sister.
But not too hard.
So you have been paying attention.
I'll break through eventually.
Very good, Atsu.
Nice block.
That's it. Now, it's only fair that Atsu gets a chance at you, Jube. But this time, I want you to break his guard.
Heavy strikes. Got it.
Where did you learn to hit like that?
From working the forge. You should try it.
This next lesson is about timing and patience.
Why do you look at me when you say that?
Because you're as patient as a wild horse.
At least I don't smell like one.
Focus. I want you to practice parrying. Show me.
Too slow.
Yes, his guard is down. Follow through with an attack. That's it. Now hit him while he's vulnerable. Perfect timing. Careful, Atsu. See the way your brother's lining up? That strike must be parried.
Ow!
You will be ready next time.
Father!
Sorry, son. Try again. Sometimes a single parry is not enough. A strong foe will continue to attack.
So we continue to parry.
Until he's interrupted. Then you strike. Try against your brother. Parrying. Good. Now follow through. Don't stop. Very good. Multiple parries. Some strikes cannot be blocked or parried. Jube, swing hard at your sister. Atsu, dodge his attacks. Sometimes the only way out of trouble is to dash or roll away. Trust me.
He's learned from experience.
Excellent. Don't let him catch you.
You got lucky. Hold still.
My little warriors.
Pain can be a dangerous distraction. Call upon your restless spirit to shake it off. Now, how about we put your lessons to the test?
Yes! Finally!
Whoever lands the most strikes will receive an extra portion of fish for dinner.
Oh, hell yeah!
That fish is mine.
You can lick the bones when I'm done. You're going hungry tonight, brother.
Atsu.
A family is stronger together. A wolf leads her pack. Remember that.
You're so pretty, Echo. I love you. You're so cute. I never seen a cat more beautiful than you.
I will find every last member of the Yotei 6. And I will bring you peace. and I will join you in death.
I swear it.
See, for the first chunk of the game, Atu has nothing to live for. Revenge is her only motivation. And then she starts to gain reasons to live besides revenge and starts to become a better character because she's really just narrow-minded, focused on only her own self. And the whole point is for her to not be just about revenge, but justice. And her to care about other people besides herself. Like her mom said, a wolf needs her pack. And I appreciate what they're trying to do, trying to show her heart and trying to show her lose everything and try to give her hope. But that comes a little bit too late in the story for my liking. Because, like, in the last act of the game, she is a much more jovial figure and kind of learned her lesson, but it's still a little bit too late for my tastes. So that's one of the shortcomings in the story. That arc comes a little bit too late in. And it looks like the DLC is, once again, it's going to address that complaint that me and a lot of other people had with that by having more scenes of her being selfless. And like I said, it's not that it's bad. I just would have liked more time seeing her being kind and caring. It only seems like it happens at the very end of the game. We needed more scenes. And the DLC looks like it's going to do that, which, once again, smart. Chapter 1. The Lone Wolf.
I'm coming for you bastards.
They did a good job with that in the DLC for Ghost of Tsushima. In the original game, his dad was a focal point of the game, but he didn't really have like any scenes. So they made a major focus of the DLC about his relationship with his father. So they used the DLC to address complaints that people have with the main story, like you'd hope. So people complain that, they enjoyed the arc of Atsu, but she didn't have enough time at the other end of the arc. So the DLC is going to rectify that, hopefully. I think it will, though, because that was a common complaint. Like, the arc was effective. It really is cool when you see her change. I just wish there was more of it, and a lot of people agreed with that sentiment. Yeah, the map, finally. I'm the map! See, it's split into 6 areas, and I'm guessing this 7th area is going to be somewhere around here. If I had to guess, it would be probably here or over here on the other end. But they did a great job. Each region is completely different in the aesthetic and how it works. You have the Yotei grasslands, which is grasslands. You have the Togaki range, which is beautiful, autumnal covered plains. Probably my favorite area in the game. It's something else. You have the Ishikari plain, which is all mountainous and fucking pyrotechnics. You have the Neonori wilds, or the Neoro wilds, however you say it. But it's the smallest area, but it's one of the most dense. It actually has a lesser-known clan in folklore. They're almost kind of like the Native Americans. They were the original settlers before the Japanese took over, called the Ainu. And I didn't even know they existed, but it's kind of set to them. So it's a small map, but it's good. You have the Teshio Ridge, which is snowy and mountainous and really cool. It's a snowy area. And then you have the wide open plains and the largest urban settlements and Oshima Coast. And then they haven't given the name of the valley, but we know that it's going to be set in Sekigahara in the past and in a new valley region in the present. And I'm assuming it's going to take place in the east, because there's not a lot there.
This is where Saito left me. You're here. You survived.
And it's also really cool because when you first see...
I used to help Father with the training ring. Mother stole her lantern.
When you first come to this farm, it's in disrepair, and throughout the course of the game, you gradually repair it. There's still a difference between the past and the present, but you actually see it shrinking, which kind of represents, like I said, the damage healing, kind of like a metaphorical representation. And another thing I really appreciate about Sony is how they've continued to push for 60 FPS. For the longest time, 60 FPS just wasn't really feasible in consoles. PS4 and Xbox One had a really, really, really weak CPU. Like, it was considered old as fuck when they put it in 2013. So, PS4 and Xbox One were severely limited by that CPU. So, they had an excess of GPU and not CPU, and that caused some weird fucking imbalances. But it meant that other than in a couple of cases, you're not going to really get 60 FPS on PS4 and Xbox One. But thankfully, it was still a bigger deal. It was still better than it was before, because on PS3 and 360, they literally focused to the graphics to the extent of everything else. So, if you go back now, most PS3 games and 360 games have what we would consider an unplayable frame rate today. Like 12 frames a second. Because they just literally were so intent on pushing every bit of graphics and go for photorealism that they cared more about that than frame rate. So, most of the games on 360 and PS3 ran fucking terribly. And looking back, it had a large number of games that did run like shit. Like Metal Gear Solid 4 used to run at 15 frames a second. So, PS4 and Xbox One didn't go to 60, but most games were consistent 30. Obviously, there were outliers that ran like shit, and there were games that did target 60, but for the most part, it was 30. And when this generation started, they specifically targeted the CPU for Series X and PS5, so you had games with a surplus of CPU finally. So a lot of games were 60 FPS on PS5, and people were afraid that, it's just going to be the beginning of the generation because these games are not pushing the system. People were afraid that, as we got more demanding games, that we would lose 60 FPS. But Sony, in all of their first-party games, have not only pushed 60, but a locked 60. Because some people, when they say 60, they just mean we're going to have an uncapped frame rate, and it might hit 60. But no, all of Sony's games, even though they've been pretty graphically demanding, have all had a 60 FPS mode, and they've all ran flawlessly at 60. Horizon Forbidden West, God of War Ragnarok, Ghost of Yotei, Spider-Man 2, all really pretty games graphically, all run at a full 60 in performance mode. I mean, yeah, they have they usually almost all have a quality mode. If you want to do 30, if you want to pump up the graphics, but they have it and it's there. So they pretty much kept 60 this whole generation, when it would have been tempting to say, now fuck it, let's go to 30 just so we can squeeze the most graphics out of it. And I really appreciate that they kept 60 on the table. Obviously, 30 FPS is there if you really want it, but games just feel better at 60, man, and I would gladly take a hit to the graphics for the frame rate. So, and same thing with Wolverine. Wolverine is got a 60 FPS mode. All the gameplay they've shown it, and they've said that even on the base even on the base PS5, not even the Pro, it's going to pretty much be a locked 60 FPS for Wolverine with ray tracing. So, but I mean that makes sense because Spider-Man 2 had ray tracing at 60 FPS, which that was insanely impressive. Because ray tracing is already hard to render, but then when you're in New York City and all the buildings have shiny surfaces, it goes from a couple of reflections to fucking everywhere. So having a huge city be that detailed and have ray tracing at 60 FPS, that was a technical feat. Plus that game could load in at 1 second. That fast travel in that game was almost fucking instantaneous. It's crazy. So, I'm glad to see it. Wolverine is going to look fucking great and run good. So, because they showed ray tracing, and they showed 60 FPS, people were like, oh, that looks good, but is that just going to be PS5 Pro? Because at this point, who can afford a fucking Pro? Most people can't even afford fucking, the base PS5 with the fucking RAM-apocalypse. And no, they confirmed that, no, on base PS5, we're going to be running at 60 with ray tracing, so props to them.
Pulling these used to give me a rash. There. Much better.
And I do like how you can gradually fix the farm and you see it become better as the game progresses. I love shit like that.
We used to take turns lighting it each night. I could improve my katana here. I just need more metal.
And then you make a forge here, which is cool. They actually use the touchpad in quite a few ways in this game, which I really appreciate. The touchpad is really cool, but doesn't get much use. I understand because, you know, they want to have multi-platform games, and so it takes a lot to come up with touchpad uses, and, you know, that'll only be used in one version of the game, but it's also a shame because the touchpad, for the games that we've seen, is really cool, it's just not very used. And I appreciate this game being a PS5 exclusive, that they were able to use the touchpad for a lot of cool shit, like the writing, the Sanji, and like the forge, motion controls, and strumming the shamisen, and, well, you know, putting away and pulling out your katana, bowing, calling the wind, so it allows them to have more buttons, more features. Like I said, I really appreciate that because the vast majority of games don't make use of the touchpad, and it's a shame because the touchpad is cool.
Why are you just standing around?
We're enjoying the view.
We went there once, to the top of Mount Yotei, up a path marked by a small ginkgo tree. I was still pregnant with you and your brother.
By the time we reached the summit, your mother's poor feet were so swollen I couldn't take off her shoes.
Why would you make such a climb?
At the summit stands a shrine.
Your mother offered us home, and I gave my best hammer in favor.
Yeah, and in Ghost of Tsushima, the shrines, you would have to climb up a mountain path or whatever to get to them, and they would give you a unique charm that was really good, and they took that here and they took it to another fucking level. They're even cooler. They were already they were like a fan favorite activity in the first game, and they were much better in this one.
Then we asked the priest to make omamori for you and your
Omamori?
Can I see them?
We had them keep the charms for you at the shrine.
When you are old enough, you and Tsube will make the climb yourselves and earn the blessings of the mountain.
These stones. Tsube spent a whole summer collecting them. Steady.
And I really like how they have all these activities for you to do to improve the farm. You don't have to, but it improves the farm with every bit that you do. So it's like you can actually see your efforts making improvements. And that's another thing that I really appreciate about this game. And what I mean when I say that they do the vengeance aspect well, a lot of games, a lot of movies, a lot of shows will have an aspect about vengeance, like I've got to get revenge. But they don't really show you what you're fighting for. One of the things that I really appreciate in this game is they show you her life before it was fucked up. To show you the gravity of what was lost. And I can't tell you how many games, movies, whatever, they show you the revenge, but they don't show you what their life was like before they lost. You can't really understand why they're so upset. By showing you how happy her life was here, they make you feel how pissed off she is that it was ripped away. In a way that you wouldn't really understand if she just told you, oh yeah, I'm angry. So, by having you come to her home and have you be able to see the past and see your mom and see your dad and to put together the farm and have her say, this is what we used to play with as a kid, I used to do this as a kid, you really understand what her life was like before it got torn to fucking shreds, which makes you appreciate her pain a lot more and sells the revenge aspect a lot better. And what I mean when I say that, you know, it's all about execution. People are like, oh, revenge has been done to death. Yeah, but you can see this game has quite a few tricks up its sleeve, so it's not just standard ye old vengeance tale.
painting brushes. Father used to take me places to practice. I remember we went to a little island west of here.
This was the home of a traitor to Lord Saito. The coward betrayed his lord and his family paid the price. The spirits now curse this land and anyone who walks here. Let the night of the burning tree serve as a warning. Disloyalty would be answered in blood. And they actually, they intersperse the flashbacks about the parents throughout the whole game. You might think that, like, oh, they're going to show the beginning, which of course they do. But they actually have consistent flashbacks to her past throughout the game. And I appreciate, instead of it just being like a lot of exposition at the beginning, that they continuously use that to change up the pace and show her life before it got fucked. And I also love how they use the parallel of revenge, because this game is all about vengeance at first. Okay, the controller battery's low. Okay. This plotline is all about revenge at first. But the whole point of this game is sort of learning about more than that, to be more than that. And they use the main villain, Lord Saito, as an example. Because Lord Saito was a man who used to be good, and he was wronged, and he couldn't let go. So he wanted to get revenge, and he took that to an extreme where he became a monster. And throughout the game, they use the main villain as like an example of, this is what Atsu's going to become if she doesn't just stop just being all about vengeance. If you take it to the fucking extreme, you destroy everything around you. And they also use it to create a relationship between the main villain and her, because he sees himself in her, and at first he just sees her as an annoyance, but then he sees her, like, willingness for revenge, and remember, that's what happened to him. So he actually sees, like, a kinship in her, and it kind of creates, like, this messed up, like, fucked up kinship between her and him. And I appreciate. And also, that they don't just make the main bad guy in this game a mustache-twirling piece of shit. Who's just, evil just to be evil. He actually had a lot of fucked up shit going on in his past. And I'm not saying that justifies it. In the game goes out of its way to show that it doesn't justify it. But it explains it. People are rarely evil just to be evil. Even bad people usually have a reason for it. And to me, that is much more compelling than just saying, oh, I'm evil. And like I said, so like they show you that like he was dealt a pretty hard fucking turn. As you're gonna see as I play through more of the game. He was dealt a pretty hard fucking turn. And he responded to that by deciding that everyone who wronged him had to be made an example of. But he took it to the point where he lost his family, and he wound up causing her to lose her family. So, like, he went farther than anyone should go in the pursuit of revenge, to the point where it destroyed him. And that's kind of her thing, is trying to not be fucking destroyed by her desire for revenge. And it's kind of what kind of later on kind of snaps her out of it. Because she's like, oh shit, this guy that I fucking despise, I'm actually a lot like him in a lot of ways. And I don't want to be like him. So it's like, you know, I fucking hate this guy, and I've actually done a lot of the same shit. And like I said, I find that compelling. One, two, three. Testing, make sure there's no stick there. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there's none.
Why are you putting money in a hole?
Keep it down. I am saving up to buy armor.
There goes. God,
You
give me
can't
this.
tell anyone. Swear it.
If Father finds out, he is not going to like it.
He'll change his mind when I become a proper samurai.
That's why he won't like it.
All I want to do is protect the people of Ezo.
Then be quick.
Well, that was
Father
gonna
will
do
be
my
back
shit,
soon.
dude. I'm
He's planning on taking me to the stables.
Because
Sorry, my OCD is being a whore. Goddamn, please forgive me for doing such a deals and doom. I get hit by OCD, spirits OCD. I'll be fine then. But not. Goddamn, please forgive me for doing such deals and doom. Goddamn, please forgive me for doing doom. Sorry.
you wouldn't stop whining about it.
And see, I love this. He's like, I'm gonna hide this coin pouch here, and then you can switch to the president and find the coin pouch.
I wonder if the money Jubei buried is still here.
Dig up Jubei's stash.
He would have made a good samurai.
Well, at least it's not weed. I found your fucking stash, man. I'm telling Dad. I knew you've been smoking the hashish. The Mary Kush. The wacky tobacco. Okay, I think that's all the flashbacks here for right now, like I said. They're interspersed throughout that whole game.
Mother's garden. There's nothing left.
And I love how you can ride with the horses. And they'll actually follow you around. So cool. And you can feel the rumbling in the controller. I love shit like that. I'm gonna head to the inn first.
He said east. Maybe over that way. That can't be right.
This is a dangerous place to get lost.
I am aware. But nothing ventured, nothing gained. I am a monk, you see. Geisho to my friends. What I search for is worth it. Places of reflection. Altars set by those who seek to find their path.
And they also made the exploration much more meaningful. People said, you know, that like the exploration could feel checklisty, but they made it so that instead of just gaining XP from killing enemies, you mainly find your upgrades, your like level ups in the world through exploration. Like you still gain metal materials from killing enemies, so it's still upgrades. But now a lot of the exploration rewards you with upgrades.
I remember the statues. My father helped some farmers place one when I was young.
Ah, you are a local. May I convince you to keep me company as I search? Your eyes might see something I can't.
It is bad luck to leave a spiritual man alone in the woods.
I will take that as a yes. Let us proceed.
Why is it so important that you find these altars?
With the amount of Ronin making their way to Ezo, I fear the peaceful lives many enjoy here will go extinct. But if I can show them how to take a moment, to think, to breathe, they could find a new way of doing things.
And this scene at the tavern is really fucking cool that we're about to see here. I just want to do this first.
The trees here look young.
I'll cut through. See if they're hiding something.
The altar. It looks like the one Father placed.
Let us take a moment to reflect on who we are, who we were, and who we want to be.
Yeah, now the horse gets even faster. That's the upgrade I wanted. Now the horse fucking flies.
We learn something from every person we meet. I am glad my path now includes you, traveler.
Well, what do we have here? An old man and a woman. Don't
She's not even that old.
These woods belong to Lord Saito.
Get behind me.
Don't you know these nuts belong in your mouth? What's up, bro?
These are just the sort of men who could use a moment of reflection. But at least I was right to trust you. Here, take this with my gratitude.
You were also right about the altars. They're worth looking for.
Then make sure to speak with Isaburo, the cartographer. I've been helping him record the locations of these altars across Ezo. Isaburo travels around, but he was staying at the Yotei's Shadow Inn. Of course, that was before Saito's men made themselves at home.
Thanks for the warning.
Safe travels, my friend.
Lost in reflection.
Stay out of trouble this time. Come.
Still need to stop by the old inn for leads on the Yotei 6.
Yeah, see, now we're fucking cooking with gas, baby. Woo!
Not exactly welcoming.
People of Ezo, the Shogun's eyes has begun to look north. Clan Matsume serves his interest, not yours. We're excited as a place for all in this clan. Join us and we'll protect our home. Yeah, sure.
Walk away. There is trouble inside.
I won't be long.
It's her.
It's like, yo, G, keep playing. I'm about to dap me up some homies. It's like, alright, who's getting thrilled and who's getting killed?
Are you lost?
I'm looking for some old friends. The Yotei 6.
Show her the door.
I do like how mud also gets caked on your character realistically. Same thing happened in Tsushima. And not just like a little bit. Oh my goodness. I had a thing of discs that fell over. Ah, boy. Are you kidding me? And more. Oh my god, my life is a Charlie Chaplin skit. Like, it kept popping, like, dump, dump. Yeah, thankfully they're fine. I'll pick that up later. I don't feel like it right now. Because I had to put it in an entirely different place. I had it up there in my closet. God, what are the fucking odds, man? What the?
Lord Saito's put a price on your head.
Tell me, how much am I worth to the Yotei 6?
What's up, bro? You good?
She's a demon!
Get fucked, bro. Suck on that dick.
They're all dead. What did this even do? Quiet! Don't let that bitch scare you. We're going to kill you, then burn this place to the ground. Face it! No, please! Don't hurt me! No, please! I give it to you!
The Amoro's house kind of okay. It's meant to give you an early taste of Ghost Dance, because in the original game you didn't get Ghost Dance until like midway through Act 2. So they want to give you an earlier version, but not have it be too powerful. But only giving you one kill is kind of fucking weak sauce. You eventually get the full stance later on. still resting. I used to be a lot better at this. The combat in this is fucking awesome, though. Come on, big dog. What you got? What you got, bro? Y'all don't want to fuck with this?
You never answered my question. How much am I worth to the Yotei 6?
And the game actually lets you keep track of your bounty throughout the whole game as it upgrades. And it's also how they use it. So, like, early on, in the first game, you went through the regions in a strictly linear order. In this game, the game opens up and you can do multiple of the regions in any order and kind of go back and forth. That's what I like to do. So in order to keep the difficulty rising, no matter which arc you do, you have a certain wanted level, and after you complete a certain act in the game, you increase it. And so, like, they'll start throwing archers at you. They'll start putting ambushes for you. So no matter which order you do the story in, the enemy's difficulty escalates. And that's a nice way to keep it balanced like that, as well as to show your rising infamy.
Lord Saito is cheap.
He owns this island.
Owns deep nuts. Yeah, got him.
For now.
I just repaired that sign.
What do I owe you?
Me? If anything, I owe you for getting rid of those men.
You can repay me with information on the Yotei 6.
What do you want to know?
Tell me what you've heard.
Where they at, G?
Took over Ezo and pretend they're helping us. Lord Saito's their leader. Some people truly believe he can become Shogun of the North.
Tell me about the Saito brothers.
Lord Saito's sons? The only thing they have in common with each other is their skill with guns. I heard they have a grudge against the samurai in Tokachi Range. He's an
Tokachi Range is so beautiful.
An Odachi master. Sounds like someone worth meeting.
It's also one of the reasons why I do the multiple regions at once, is because each region has a weapon master, and you can only learn the weapon once you go and do that quest. So I want to get all the weapons as soon as possible.
Why don't you patch up in one of the rooms? Free of charge.
The old inn. And now that I've completed this, more shit opens up here, which is cool. And you see the region come back to life. Which is one of the things I really loved about Ghost of Tsushima. That when you took over a bandit camp, you didn't just get rid of the bandits, you saw the people come back and transform it. Making you feel like you have an impact on the world. They do that here as well.
Who's in charge as long as they leave me alone?
This game also has one of the best minigames I've ever played.
Can do much, but a bow gives you the upper hand.
There's a game about flicking coins called Zinki Hijiki, and I didn't think I was going to like it, but I wound up being addicted to it. It's one of the best minigames in any game I've ever played, like, for reals.
You are the one.
I also love the fact that in this game, in the first game, all the shopkeepers were generic. In this game, each shopkeeper is a fixed character that travels with you, giving them more personality than being just, NPC number one, NPC number two.
One who kicked Saito's thugs out of the inn. You are the Onryo.
I don't know
Unreal.
what you're talking about.
Too
Unreal.
bad though. I made a bow just for the Onryo. The best of its kind.
Maybe I could give it a look.
That's the spirit. And you can call me Lan.
See? Instead of there being a bunch of different salesmen, there's one chick who does bows, one dude who does armor.
I hope you are satisfied. You know, I considered joining Saito. Thought it might be good business.
Why didn't you?
He started forcing artisans and weaponsmiths to work for him. No coin, no pay. So make sure to hit him where it hurts.
Yeah, people like that are shit. They think that they're so clever. But the truth of the matter is, you only get so much out of fear, and you're not going to get any good craftsmanship through extortion. Not to mention the fact that if he wants to be legitimate, you need to fucking pay people. But that's why he's the bad guy.
Can't do it today.
A moment, stranger. Ban Matsumai has received reports of a disturbance at this inn.
I took care of it.
We have been entrusted with stopping Lord Saito and his outlaws.
And they also did a much better job of the side quests. There was some multiple tiers of side quests in the first game. The tier of side quests with the companions, all the major companions have a side quest is good, but the miscellaneous side quests were kind of They did a much better job making the miscellaneous side quests very good.
Then why weren't you here?
You should watch your tone, Wanderer.
My lords! And lady, perhaps we can all agree it is a fine thing this establishment is free of Lord Saito's dogs.
Perhaps we can. I need a drink.
Alright, lady with a fancy sword. Let's talk. I've got a business proposal for you. Name's Kojiro. I'm in the business of bringing people together at the edge of a raid. Whether it be Clan Matsumai or Yotei 6, I make sure their bounties reach the right hunters.
A bounty broker working all sides. That's a dangerous game.
Not as dangerous as that vengeful Onmyo everyone's talking about.
If you believe that sort of thing.
The Yotei 6 certainly seem to. So how about it? You get the bounties, we both get the coin.
A generous offer.
I knew you'd see it that way. No bounty, no reward, my friend.
And the bounties are really good. They're not just go here and kill his people. I mean, they are, but they put a lot of thought into them. They're unique.
Is that supposed to be me?
You can even take your own bounty, which is cool.
How am I ever going to map out Ezo and not die?
Those two...
Oh, no. These are map-making tools. Ezo is a mystery to the mainland. The Shogun...
And it actually makes sense. At the time, Hokkaido was one of the most remote parts of Japan and was considered wild, rugged frontier.
Would like to see that change.
Although it's worth pointing out that while I'm saying Hokkaido, because that's the current term, it was called Ezo in this game during this time period, which is why they call it Ezo. But nowadays it's called Hokkaido.
Mapping out Ezo for war, is he?
I am just the cartographer who spilled tea on the wrong load and ended up being sent here, to the middle of nowhere.
The middle of nowhere has changed since I was here last. Monk Gesho said that cartographers' maps would help.
Guess Shaw is all right. Oh, thank goodness. I told him it's dangerous to trust anyone out there. Please, pick any map. I will make you copies for a very small fee. And we can be friends who don't kill each other. Yes?
You have yourself a deal.
There. And there she goes.
I think that's and if you take too long, they just show you where to put it. Which, I mean, it's helpful, but it also makes me feel bad. Because, like, oh, you can figure it out your own, you little bitch. Oh, here it is. I wish they made it like something you could opt into, because it does it no matter what. And see, that's what I mean. Like, I love making all of the merchants unique characters for stories instead of making them just generic merchants. That's cool as shit to me. Oh, God. And, like, this world is so beautiful. The original game already looked amazing, but, dude, you have the beautiful mountain, you have the white trees, you have the lavender fields of flowers, red fields. This game is just so pretty. Now, that being said, now, my next main port of call is to go all the way up to, Mount Yotei, because that's where you gain the dual katanas. Yeah, boy. And they brought back foxes, which are a huge part of the first game.
That's right.
Hey, I forgot you started out this game with a grappling hook. Cool. You had to get almost to the end of the first act in the first game, so you had to be quite a ways. I'm trying to find the horse farm. That's where you get your named horse. I think it's at the lake. And first things first, let's head up to the mountain.
Food is getting low.
Over here, boy.
And they don't slow down your horse in towns. I fucking hate it when they did that. I'm so glad they don't do that. Newper River.
That damn noise!
A golden bird. What secret will you lead me to, little Kamui?
Do you hear that?
Some birds are fighting on the roof.
This old head of mine can't think with all that racket. Can you quiet them down?
Go on.
That is much better. Thank you.
You shouldn't be out here on your own, old man.
Did you know that if you gaze upon Mount Yotei, you can stir the kami that live within it?
Appeal to their vanity, and they will grant you the mountain's blessing.
You know the stories. Ezo could use a blessing right about now. But with these worn eyes, I could never hope to satisfy the mountain with my praise.
Maybe I can help.
Tell me what you see.
The slopes wrinkle. in age and in wisdom.
I can relate.
Life grows under the protection of the mountain's shadow, ever vigilant.
Such presence.
A blanket of snow catches both the sun and moon like starlight.
A subtle beauty. You know the mountain well.
She's the one thing that never changes.
I'm sure she will be pleased with your description.
War.
Do you
War
need
never
help
changes.
getting home?
Oh, no. My eyes might be rusty, but my hearing is young. You'd be surprised the things an old man overhears when no one is looking.
Anything about the Yotei 6, perhaps?
Maybe. What do you want to know?
What have you heard about the Kitsune?
They say he's a phantom with eyes everywhere in Teshio Ridge. Be careful if you venture there. People in that place are vanishing.
I'm not afraid of ghost stories. Wonder what else I can see up here.
It's easy to just get lost in this world. Start from point A and then go all the way to fucking Z before you get back to B, and that's the sign of a good open world. When there's so much to do that's worth doing that it's easy to get lost. Not because you can't find your way, but because, oh, what's that over there? Oh, what is that over there? And that's what the type of open world that Bethesda used to do, and that's what I'm saying. You can start, oh, I'm going to go here, and then, oh, what is that? Oh, no, wait, what is that? And like that is the type of open world that's the best, that you can get lost in endlessly, finding shit along the way.
I see you, little Kamui.
And you can also almost always see this region from any mountain from any region in the game. And it kind of shows you where you are at in relation to the world, which I think is cool.
Watch that road. Hurry up! Towards side wall. You're too confident. Regret that! It's the audio!
It's all right. I won't hurt you. Where are you off to?
Oh, yeah.
The old stable. Father used to bring me here.
And this is where you get to have your own horse that you choose a name. And they don't use it to say, oh, you get rid of the horse. Instead, they say this horse is old and he retires at this farm.
Go on! Get! There's nothing here for you, stranger.
Unusual for a stable master to send his horses into the wild.
I'd rather them out there than in the hands of Lord Saito.
Saito?
He needs horses for his war against Clan Matsurai. I held out as long as I could, but...
Search the stable. Our scouts just saw them.
No, they're already here.
Hide.
Here many horses remain. A stable master was ransomed for his impudence. Keep looking. Burn this place down if we have to. What the? Lord Saito will be pleased, I said. You are worth a fortune.
You can come out. It's over. They won't bother you again.
Thank you. Saito has everyone scared. I never expected.
Need a hand finding your horses?
You've already done so much.
God never give me doing that to them. God never give me them. Never give me to my shit smoking ass. Let's go do a sit smoking that. Sorry, Musty's being a twat. God never give me to the to them. God never give me to my shit to them. God never give me to them. Forever doing them. I never give me. Forever doing them. I never give me to my shit to them. I never give me. Forever doing them.
Settlers used to take care of each other. My stables were funded by a great saint.
Master Pengo.
What happened to him is still haunting.
Is that why you defied Lord Saito?
Out of loyalty to Kengo and my horses.
Oh man, beautiful lake.
I know this place.
These fools will be the death of me. I provide them with everything they need, and they still run off. Don't worry, we'll find them. I have plenty of experience tracking down unruly children.
He enjoys it.
I'm sure he does. We'll have your foals home soon. Come, Atsu. See this?
That horse manure.
Fresh horse manure. A quarry was here. Likely easing their thirst. You should follow the horse tracks in the mud.
The hoofprints end here.
We might have more luck the other way. Good eye. Our foals were hungry. Left unchecked, the horses might pick this area clean of wildflowers. I'll leave a charm to help them grow. Soon, there will be more than we can count. What do you think? Is this a good spot?
Yes, but we're no closer to finding the foals.
We know they are around here. Maybe if you try whistling. I don't think they can hear us. Let's get to higher ground.
It's because I can't whistle.
You just need practice. Up this hill. Come on. This should be high enough. Try again.
I can't do it. It's too hard.
Just because something is hard doesn't mean it's not worth doing. Believe in yourself, Atsu. All right.
Look, there's movement at the tree line.
Horses! We did it!
Because you believed. Come, let us meet these wayward foals.
Jubei is going to be jealous he missed this.
Don't rub it in too much. He's helping your mother.
You have quite the whistle, young lady. I can't thank you two enough.
You could always give us a horse.
Atsu, don't be rude.
What? We found them. It's a fair trade.
These foals are too young. But when you're older, and if your father agrees, we'll talk.
16 years later, and you're still losing horses to this pond.
They're drawn to the wildflowers. How did you... You're Kengo's girl.
You owe me a horse.
I said we'd talk. Still got that good whistle. Kengo taught you well. He was saving to buy one of my horses. He said it was for the family business. But we both knew it was for you. Take one.
I have a horse.
Who's been through a lot. My horses are the best in Ezo. Give them a look. Should you find one you like, I'll watch over your current horse.
Black. Like the charcoal in Father's forge. I'll take him.
A fine choice. What will you call him?
Mochizuki. Full moon, going with the wolf theme.
Mochizuki.
Little can compare to the beauty of a full moon. Take good care of him for me.
People were afraid your horse would die because your horse died in the first game. Thankfully, that's not the
I'll
case.
do the same for your old horse. He deserves some good rest.
And all the wildflowers he can eat.
Feel free to visit him anytime.
And people were worried when they first played this game, or I was. Like, what, did they not let you customize your horse in this one? I'm like, no, they just wanted to give you a horse to start with, and then let you get a custom horse as part of the side quest. I'm glad they didn't remove that. Just having a horse that you picked and named really helped to give you ownership. Alright, see, like, but I was trying to go to the mountain and I got distracted by this shit. That's in a good way. But yeah, let me go to the hot spring, they increase your health.
I wonder if Father's charm is still here.
Let's give it to my sis so I can assist.
He was right. More flowers than we could count.
Sweet, first charm.
If the rumors are true, that blue Python master is hiding out on Mount Yotei.
God. And I love how, first of all, you see how scarred she is, and you can even see the specific scar where he pierced her to the tree.
Mount Yotei, the she-mountain. I used to greet her every morning. Jubei and I would play in her shadow, dream about racing each other to the peak. It's good to see her again.
Yeah, extend that health bar. I know that seeing a beautiful lady always extends my health bar. Giggity! Alright, now we can go to the mountain.
Right. The only one looking for Hanbei.
Careful! We've lost too many men to Hanbei's trap. Why not just leave the old people to rot while now building? Because Lord Saito has not deemed him worthy of such peace.
Stealth takes a little bit longer to get going in this game than the first game, but it winds up being good. I don't know why. I guess they made you earn stealth more. Takes like you have to wait until you're pretty good ways in the game to just get the ability to see enemies through walls, where you got that almost immediately in the original game. And then I think it's because some people thought stealth in the first game was too easy. I didn't know if she was going to give him a noogie or kill him right there for a second. And not only is this where we find the dual katana, but this is also where we make our way up to the top of the mountain, which we're going to come back to a lot.
If Hanbei is still alive, I should convince him to teach me to be a katana. Walked right into that one.
Yeah, we have to watch out. Forgot about that.
You again.
What's up, my guy?
It's gonna be a long way up.
Although it does suck that you can't just visit the mountain in the open world and climb all the way up and with no breaks. Still cool. God never give me this.
Yotei is the heart of Ezo. That's what Father used to say.
We do get a great view though. The way of the dual katana. You get a really good view of the map, though. You can see the red fields where we entered, the purple fields over there, the lake, the white fields, the rivers and streams, and then you can even see into Togachi Range, the second area. So, like, the shrines were like climbing challenges in the first game, and they were really good. And they took it a step further because normally it'd be like a little hill, and now they're almost all big-ass fucking mountains. So once again, taking what the first game did and improving upon it. That's what a good sequel does.
I don't see an easy way down. Wonder how long Hanbei's been up here.
And they've added sliding, which I think is really good. Not enough games actually have sliding down. The first game I played that really had sliding down gravelly terrain was Uncharted 4. Coincidentally, another Sony game.
Alone would put off most bounty hunters.
Shit. Okay, make sure there's nothing else down there.
A small homestead. That must be where Hanbei is hiding out.
So beautiful. Loot! My favorite!
Looks more like a farmer's hut than a master's hideout.
Anbe.
The home of a dual katana master? Hacked ends. These were chopped with a nata, not a sword. Supplies for traps, but no whetstones or oil for cleaning katana.
Katana.
Wait, that katana. He still has it.
That does not belong to you.
Hanbei?
You made it further than anyone else. For that, I will kill you quick.
You commissioned this katana from Master Kengo.
An old friend.
My father.
It... Matsu?
Atsu.
But you died.
The Yotei 6 left me for dead. After they killed my... Teach me your dual katana technique. To avenge my family. I'm not leaving until you train me.
It's a big mountain. I won't notice you're here.
You will if I follow you.
It has been 16 years. Why have you come back now?
The South no longer needs mercenaries, but I hear Saito does. And after years of war, I'm strong enough to face him.
If that was all it took, he would have been dead years ago.
That's why I need your technique. You fought Saito and lived.
You want him to take your arm too? Go back to the mainland. Before the Yotei 6 hunt you down.
I already killed the snake and sent a message to the others.
Because you're Kengo's daughter, I'll give you a chance. There's an old training sword over there. Pick it up.
It's heavy.
Your left arm is weak. We must train your muscles to become stronger, faster.
Won't the weight throw me off?
Only if you let it. Now, stand back and be ready.
For what?
You'll see.
You could have burned me!
You want to learn my technique? Strike the core. You killed the snake moving like that? He must have been big.
It's funny because Cherry was drunk.
Quick.
And he wanted a training montage, and I love it. Who doesn't love a good kung fu montage?
Can you do it again?
Well?
You have only survived this long because you're stubborn.
Are you going to train me or not?
Why should I?
When my father forged your sword, he told me stories about you. He said you were fearless, that you helped people for more than money.
I am not the man your father thought I
And
was.
then give me
You could be. There's still time.
We begin at first. You can sleep out here.
Oh, you're not gonna let her sleep in your tent with you? Hatu might be a gray taser. I gotta work out them daddy issues somehow.
How are your arms? Sore? Numb?
They're fine.
Savor the feeling. It won't last. I'm going to train your left arm to be as strong and fast as your right.
By throwing more coals at me?
By cutting through this.
This really fucked me up because they make you use buttons you would normally
Let's see
do.
what you can do.
Ah, damn it. L1, L3, up, down, right, L3, up. Shit, it's fucking it up. Come on. Almost. Shit.
This is going to take a while.
Fuck you, dog.
You've chopped through all my bamboo. We will need more for tomorrow. Use the nata. Left arm only. You're sore now.
What did it feel like to fight Saito?
Worry less about the fight and more about the man. Saito is not just a master of every weapon. He understands the warrior's spirit.
I know he's building an army to conquer Ezo.
Not to conquer. To keep this land free of Shogun's control.
You don't believe that?
It doesn't matter. Hundreds do. That is Saito's power. He can make you believe.
Then he doesn't just understand the warrior's spirit. He can manipulate it, break it to his will.
You are more insightful than you look. Go rest. Training continues at dawn.
Never do them. Shit, that's discovered you with it, do them. I never do my deals and do them. I never do them. I gotta never do them.
What is it?
Bamboo soup. Ugh. If you can complain, you can eat. Hurry up. You know what to do. Your left arm is getting stronger. You're no longer sacrificing form for power. Even faster, focused and controlled. Better. Can you feel the difference?
It still takes effort.
Give your muscles time. It will become as natural as breathing.
What never Jimmy doing?
You are quiet tonight.
I can see my home from here.
I know. The night your family was murdered, I saw the ginkgo tree burn. I stood here and did nothing.
God never give me doing
It
it.
wasn't your fault.
God never give me doing it. God never give me doing it. God never give me doing it. God never give me doing it.
It was mine.
God never give me doing it. God never give me do myself what can. I don't know. God never give me doing it. Time of day.
Matsu, we're
God
supposed to
never
stay
give me
inside
doing
the
it.
house.
We've picked those hills clean.
Majesty's being a twat. Give me a second. God in heaven, please forgive me for doing sins and deals with his drink. Please do the sins and deals and make it safe to drink again. And those are consumed or a dead man. God in heaven, please forgive me for doing sins and deals with his drink. Please do the sins and deals and make it safe to drink. Even the are consumed or a dead man. God in heaven, by which you mean God in heaven and only God in heaven, not called to sing for anyone else, just God in heaven and Jesus. Please listen to my words and intentions, not my thoughts. Sit. I'm sorry, Majesty. Give me 1 second. God in heaven, by which I mean God in heaven and only God in heaven, not called to sing for anyone else, just God in heaven and Jesus. Please forgive me for doing sins and deals with restraint. Please do sins and deals and make it safe to drink again, even the parts are consumed or a dead man. Well, then please give me do the new. Yeah. Say I just get hit by it. The joys of living with a lifelong mental illness.
The best mushrooms are in this forest. I'll show you.
Now, if mother and father find
They'll
out,
know it was you who told them.
you grab those. I'll take these.
Got you.
Yeah, this mission is heartbreaking.
Here's one.
Think that's enough?
You know Mother will want more.
Fine. Come on. Shh. Look.
Let's get closer.
Are you crazy? It's a wolf.
I know. Stay low. The grass will hide us.
Father would not approve.
Imagine those teeth sinking into your arm.
Now you're just trying to scare me.
Is it working? Too bad.
Does she see us?
It's okay, girl. She won't hurt you.
The beast is gone, little ones. You're lucky I was here. That noise was like thunder.
Do it again.
You two don't scare easy. Yes.
Okay, I gotta do my steam ritual real quick. I apologize. God Nevin, by which I mean God Nevin, and only God Nevin, not cuddling for anyone else, just God Nevin to Jesus. Okay, hold on, sorry. Alright, two things. One, everything I'm about to say is what I tried to say before, and everything I've already said in the last 30 seconds is what I tried to say before. That's one. And two is if I don't look at the camera or close my eyes and look like 50 years a day. Alright, God Nevin, by which I mean, if I don't look at the camera or the light, see. Fucking OCD. Fuck. Okay. God Nevin, two things first. One, if I don't look at the camera, it's not like faith in you, it's just anxiety. And two, everything I've said in the last minute is what I try to start the prayer, and everything I'm about to say is what I try to start the prayer. Okay. God Nevin, by which I mean God Nevin, I was saying for anyone else, God Nevin, Jesus, please, that's my words and intentions, not my thoughts. And do me 5 favors right now, please. 1, please forgive me for doing sins and deals of strength. Please do sins and deals because I didn't get it. Those are consumed. And when I sped, and I'm a dead man. 2, please let me do the show around for the next 12 hours. Start now. It's currently 8 p.m., so that covers me until 8 a.m. 3, please forgive me for making sins and deals with drinking my sped and then considering them before I got forgotten. Just doing everything. Okay, I'm sorry. 4, please everything be okay. 5, please be okay. Sorry. I get hit with OCD. I've got to do my ritual, or I go fucking crazy, and sometimes it's worse, sometimes it's better. I've had a rough couple of days, so it's not been great. Do my sense fucking essence. God never give me do it, dude. God never give me do it, dude. God never give me do it.
Does your blade match happening? Our father's a swordsmith.
God never give me.
Your father?
Master Kengo. Have you heard of him?
Who hasn't?
We can take you to him. Just don't mention the wolf.
Your secret's safe with me.
Say he didn't know who their father was.
This way.
He has personal history with the father.
Atsu, we still need mushrooms.
We can get some on the way.
It'll go quicker with 3 pairs of hands.
He didn't know where they were. He might never have found them.
Atsu, get your own mushrooms. You two are skilled foragers. Did your father teach you?
Some, but Mother knows more about plants.
She'll still want more. Let's keep going. Are you samurai? Do I look like a samurai?
Yes.
My clan fell at the Battle of Nakashu. The north is my home now.
Let
me show you a trick. Young master, give me a hand.
There are so many.
That's more than enough to please Mother.
How did you know to look under there?
Starvation is a cruel but effective teacher.
Atsu's always...
God in heaven, but what you mean God in heaven and only God in heaven. Not going to sing for anyone else, just God in heaven and Jesus. Please forgive me for doing some deals that I drink. Please don't do this in the deals that make you save drink any of the words I consider dead man. Sorry.
Then she's always learning.
Home is just across this field.
Lead the way.
I mean, it's a crushing blow to know that she literally led her family's killer to the house, not knowing that she's a kid. What can you do?
That's our home.
Nestled beneath the shadow of Mount Yotei.
Almost there.
No. Well, the picture of him young.
This turned into a fun adventure. I'm almost sad it's over.
Stay for dinner. You helped pick the mushrooms. It's only fair.
Mother, father, we met a samurai.
He saved us from a wolf.
Yotei.
Wolves and samurai. What happened to picking mushrooms?
Don't worry. They found plenty of those too. You have a beautiful home.
Children, let's go inside.
No. Is that any way to greet an old friend?
We are not friends.
Your lord.
When Saito fell, you're nothing but an outlaw now.
Is that what you tell yourself? Your father is a deserter. He abandoned my clan and infected others with this cowardice.
You were raiding villages.
We needed food! Do you know how many starved? The family I lost.
So he was put in a situation where they were all going to starve, so he raided villages to keep his family safe. And they weren't cool with him raiding villages, which you can kind of feel it. So they left, but a lot of people left, and because they didn't have enough people to help him, his wife and daughter died. Starved. So he took it as a personal affront. They fled his clan when he needed them. They broke the oath, so it was good to kill them. So there's a reason why he's upset, and there's a reason why he did what he did. He didn't just come across a random couple.
While you were building your home.
If you want my head, take it. But leave them out of this.
I must make an example.
No.
Father?
You might never have found them if it wasn't for her. But God never do me. He didn't do them. God never do me. Shit fucking that's just. God never do me. Just to do them. God never do me. Just to do them.
I invited Saito into our home.
You were like 12.
Led him to my father.
You couldn't have known what would happen.
You shouldn't be held responsible for shit you did before you had hair on your balls. Clit.
Still my fault.
She knows that. We all know that, but you know, she's still indirectly responsible for her family's murder, and that's man, that's a hell of a thing to live with.
Early risers don't get breakfast.
I've had enough bamboo soup.
The guy that gave me Doom, I said, dude.
A clean cut. Your left arm is strong. Quick, in control.
Oh, hey, that counts as bamboo strike. That's cool. It's twofer.
Well done. You're ready for the calls again.
They do these training montages. Each weapon has different ones, showing you learn the weapon, and it's cool because, you know, nobody wants to be a Rey Skywalker that just picks up fucking everything they do instantly and Mary Sue, so they say, and because it's a big thing in, like, Japanese movies, the training montage, and that's something they didn't really have in the first game. They do in this one that I think is really cool, and they do it in creative ways. Each one is different for each weapon.
We stop. I have something for you.
My father's sword.
Such a fine blade is wasted on me, and you will need it against Saito.
Never do it.
Thank you.
Should Saito
I never
defeat
do
him,
as it do.
I'll take it off your corpse.
That would require you to leave Mount Yotei.
Then you better not lose. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
That's a moment for Yotei sake. Here. You know how training to match your raw talent.
Oh yeah, dual katana! That'll be fun!
Remember, Saito is a weapon master. Should he wield a spear, match it with the speed of your two blades.
And if he uses a single katana?
Then so should you. Let's practice. Show me what weapon is best against the swordsman. You'll need the strength of both hands to fend off a swordsman. And should your enemy use a yari, what then? That's it. Two swords will make short work of spearmen. Come, we will toast to the end of your training.
How did you get sake all the way up here?
Off the idiots who fall into my trap. Saito has sent them.
But still, you stay.
He would find me wherever I went. At least here. I have the advantage.
Yep, home field.
Wait. Smoke. They finally made it around my traps.
Let's give them a warm welcome.
What's up, bitches? What's good, bro?
Cripple and the only everyone is so afraid of. I'll put you both down.
I'm gonna put both of these nuts in your mouth.
Dead.
Show him what a cripple and Romeo can do. Just like the Lamb, strike hard and quick.
This one had something on him. A tiger forced up the mountain still bears teeth and will return twice as strong. A passcode, maybe?
There's mud on his clothes, reddish brown, like clay. These men came from Tokachi Range. There's an old fortress in the marshlands, perfect for training recruits.
You got all that from dirt?
I was a bounty hunter, remember? The best in Ezo.
You could be again. Help me against Saito.
And lose my other arm?
I'll likely lose more than that.
I can't face him, Atsu. Not again.
Then I will for us both.
Atsu, whatever happened that day, you were a child. It was not your fault.
Goodbye, Honbei.